All right, all right. We're going to start the webinar soon. Just let me give a couple of seconds over here just to make sure that everybody is settled down here. So give me a couple of seconds. All right, while I am waiting for everybody here to join to this webinar, which is actually Facebook Live as well as the YouTube Live, and my team has even, I don't know where else is being broadcast live, because there's so many places I'm told this is being broadcasted. So I want to welcome everybody over here to this webinar. And while I start this webinar officially, I want to know from you your first name and where you are from, as I want to welcome you. And I wouldn't be able to see the questions later on. Only now I can see as people drop in their name and all that from Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I can only see these two for the time being. So please do apologize if you are writing on other platform, because I may not be reading your names and all that. And also share that you can hear the voice properly, and everything is okay. No technical issues. Okay, all right. Let me see. Oh, wow, I love it. Already people have started writing, and hey, Nancy says hi. Tiffany says, hey, Jay, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, Tiffany, for your shout out. That means a lot, and thanks for joining to this webinar training. David from New York, good, good to see you, David. Welcome on board here. Mark from Australia, wow, Mark. I salute you for getting up, so late in the night and being part of over here. Appreciate you doing that. Robert from Ohio. Hey, Robert, thanks for joining. Appreciate this. Jennifer from London, UK. It's not Canada. So, um, thank you, Robert. And Jennifer, appreciate you taking time to join over here. Bob from Canada, Igor from Mexico, Mohammed from uh, Saudi Arabia, Mira from India, Nadia from Czechoslovakia. Oh no, uh, sorry, I think it's you. I can't even pronounce that. What you wrote over there. Sorry about that. Jack, thank you everybody, and thanks for sharing your love and sharing all of this through the YouTube comments and the Facebook Live comments. Appreciate you doing that. Now, just so you know, I think many of you already know that I'm not that marketing savvy, and I don't know much about the technology. So please excuse me, as I won't be able to see the your comments or your questions. Maybe my team would keep answering over the time, because now I'm going to be focusing on this training, on this webinar training. And later on, we'll provide this webinar training through our recorded webinars also, so that more and more people can benefit from this. So officially now I can say once again, thank you for joining, and welcome to How to Plan Healthy Meals in 15 Minutes. So in this webinar, I'm going to cover why healthy meal planning matters, how to make your daily meals healthy just in minutes, and how to make your favorite meals part of healthy meals plan. And I think that's one of the most common demand from many of you. So I want to make sure you pay attention to that, and how to plan even meals for not just for the day or for the week, but for the whole month, in just in minutes. And how to automate. I love automation. You guys know about that. So how to automate your healthy meal planning process, and how to create a shopping list if you are going to shop all of those ingredients. I'm sure you're going to love that. There's a standard disclaimer that all the information which I'm sharing over here is for education purpose only. I'm not asking anybody here to eat something which you may have some kind of allergy and all that. So you can feel free and read all of this. That's the whole idea over here, that consult with your doctor if you have any kind of allergies, any kind of issues, while using any of the information referenced over here in this webinar, or even later on our software. The agenda for this webinar, I'm going to share about myself, Jay Arthur, and I'm going to introduce you to Healthy Lifestyle Formula. I'm going to even talk about why even eat healthy meals. And I'm going to show you, so there would be a demonstration of Healthy Lifestyle Meals app that would help you to make your meals healthy. And, so that's basically kind of the whole process over here. And at the end, I'm going to cover questions and answers. So moving on to my journey, my name is, as I said earlier, is Jay Arthur, and I was born in a tiny hamlet in the Himalayan mountains back in India. Now I live here in Canada. The place where I was born and brought up had no electricity, no phones, no luxuries, as you can see some of that from the pictures over here. So my whole upbringing and everything, where I was, gave me something very important to me, and that became my personal philosophical approach as I moved on in my life. That is, simple is better. That's how I love to keep things. I'm not the marketeer, as you guys know. I'm basically, my passion is I write, and I give you most of the information I give for free, so that more and more people can benefit from that. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm coach, and I'm also a champion of healthy living. That everything moves around the healthy living. That's my passion, and that's who I am. So talking about my journey, that picture, I'm sure you can see, this place where I was born and brought up in the Himalayan mountains is full of exotic and unusual flora and fauna. And you talk about it, and you'll see some of that, like those herbs and the plant roots and the secret botanical plants, which have gained much more, I would say, attention as more and more research has been done by the Western world. Now more and more people know many of those plants, but in those days I knew most of that because that was my life. My mom was very creative. She was keeping us busy, all the kids busy, and she was teaching us through these kind of games to go and collect 10 different types of herbs, and I'll share with you how this herb can be utilized. And that's how she was sharing all of that information with all of us. And the person, or the kid who got the maximum variety of herbs, was getting the exotic candy, and my mom's candy were extremely popular in that hamlet. And so everybody was working towards that. How can I get the maximum number of herbs, and how can I get the exotic ones, or the really difficult ones which are not that common, so that you can get some of those rewards from my mom. And that's how we learned. That's how we came to know about this world. I guess it runs in my family, because this whole thing started by my grandpa. And he was known in the community. He was a kind of a leader, and not only the place where I lived, but also all the nearby region, all the nearby villages, towns, everywhere. People knew him very well, because he had that knack of knowing and understanding which herb to be used, what to be done. And he had all of that knowledge, and he passed that knowledge to my dad. And my mom also learned all that, and she had some of that from her own upbringing. So I guess it runs in my family. And I kept getting this knowingly, unknowingly, whatever you say, and kept learning this without even making any effort to learn. But life happens. I'm sure, like any other place, you have a dream, and my dream at that time was to join for the engineering and go and see the world. So I did the chemical engineering, and later on did the MBA, went to the bigger, really, metro cities, and forgot everything about my upbringing, my knowledge of herbs and everything, because, hey, I was part of the corporate world, and I was doing bigger things in my mind. And I stopped paying attention to everything what I had learned back during my childhood. But you know, it's life. Things happen. And so back in 2012, my wife was diagnosed with a life-threatening uh, health challenge. Actually, it's not one, there were numerous issues, organ failure, this and that, kind of a really complex situation for me. And at that time, I was at the peak of my career, managing a Fortune 500 company as one of their top executive. So at that time, I was in US. I got the phone call from the doctor, and I took the first flight, whatever was possible for, and went to see my wife directly from the airport. So I went to the hospital, and then I started talking to doctors and everybody, and got the hang of it. And the immediate feedback from the doctors was that your wife is going to be in the hospital for a pretty long time because of all the complications what she has. So it was a tough time for me, but I resigned from my that corporate career and started taking care of my wife on a full-time basis, taking care of my son, my pets, the whole everything, what I had to. And just so you guys know, that my wife was in the hospital for 10 months. And during that time, I had really tough time. I was stressed out. I had many challenges. And just at that time, when I was going through really tough time because there was no income coming from any place, and my mom realized that there's nobody to support me because I live here in Calgary, Canada. Just so you guys know, I love Calgary. It's a beautiful city. But my mom knew it well that nobody can provide me any kind of support. So she called me and said, hey, you know what? I think I am at the peak of my, or at the end of my life here. And would you like to come and see me? And so I went there to see my mom and checked it out. And, she reminded me of my childhood. She reminded me of everything what I had learned over there. And she said that, you know what, I may have few years left, but what I want you to do now is, if you can share this passion, this Himalayan wisdom, this Himalayan knowledge with the world, that would be kind of my legacy for the world. And I said, Mom, I would give my best. I would try my best. So that with that kind of inspiration and motivation, I came back to Canada, and then started working on some of her ideas. Even though I lost my mom in 2016, so I couldn't show everything what I had done. But what I have done now, finally, and I'm sure my mom is seeing from above, is that I've captured her vision, her her knowledge, her vision, her knowledge, her passion, everything in this book, because that's what she had taught me. So I wrote this book. It's Art of Living Healthy with Healthy Lifestyle Secret Formula. And you can go and download this book. You can get this book for free. You don't have to pay anything for this. It's all free. And you can go to healthylifestyleformula.com/formula. So if you type in over there, you'll reach to a page where you can access this book and download this book for free. And that would give you more about my journey, and how I came up with this whole healthy lifestyle secret formula and everything else. But if for those who are curious and want to know what's actually there, this is in just one slide if I have to share. And just so you know, I've oversimplified everything for the purpose of our society, our modern world, and our scientific mindset also. So I've captured everything and converted everything into this one slide, which is healthy lifestyle formula pyramid. At the base is healthy eating. That's the foundation of the Himalayan system, that people over there, I'm talking about those days when I was there, were so knowledgeable about every single food. They knew that if you have thyroid, then you should eat only these foods and you should avoid these foods. That kind of knowledge they had. They knew that everybody should eat, healthy stuff and the balanced diet in order to avoid any kind of these modern lifestyle diseases. And they knew all of that by heart because it was passed from generation to generation. So over there, when it comes to eating, when it comes to food, they know what to eat and what not to eat depending on their personal situation. So that's the foundation of this formula. And the next one is healthy body. People over there walk miles and miles. They go up and down in the mountainous region. Naturally they run. They take care of their day-to-day stuff, and in the process they are feeding move to their muscles basically. So movement is the real food for your muscles. And so if you are a city guy like me now, as I am, go to gym or go for a walk, long walk. If your weather is not nice, go for a walk inside the shopping mall. Those kind of things you can do, but you have to uh, give that movement, body movement to your to your muscles, so that you can remain healthy. If you have any of those challenges, like you are not that mobile, then you can use chair chair yoga, or chair flexibility exercises, and there's so many things, so much you can do. So never underestimate that what you can or what you can't. So just so you know, that was the kind of philosophical approach everybody had over there when it comes to your body. The next one is the healthy connection. People over there talked about all of this stuff day in, day out. They were all kind of like-minded. They knew that what worked for them, what didn't work for them. And that's why that healthy connection is all about building friendship with the like-minded people, so that all the time you are talking about healthy stuff, and that keeps you positive, that keeps you focused on your health without even over analyzing anything or overthinking anything. And that basically brings to the last point over here, which is the healthy mindset. Healthy mindset is almost like, you don't have to do things consciously anymore. You start thinking everything from that health perspective, and you want to keep things healthy in your life, not only for yourself but also for your loved ones. So this is almost like a process, and this is what happens day in, day out over there with everybody naturally, without even thinking about any of this, because I have narrowed down all the culture from there, and narrowed down to these four elements for the purpose of our modern civilization. uh, I'll have a separate webinar just to explain everything about healthy lifestyle formula, because that's the basis of everything what I do nowadays. So I'll have a separate webinar for that. So moving on, what I did, based on all the information, all the knowledge what I had received from my mom, I said, I need to put everything, all that Himalayan wisdom, all that Himalayan knowledge into some kind of a screening criteria, because people are going to say, does this really work? Has anybody even checked what kind of vitamins we're talking about? Because people over there talk about the vitamins, minerals, everything so naturally that, not anybody is going to even check whether this food has this vitamin or not. So I wanted to make sure everything is checked before we share this information, before we make things so simple that we can even automate our meal planning uh, with a simple system like traffic light system, that are, when we put some kind of meals or the food together, the system should tell us whether that food is good for our health or not, based on our health criteria. So that kind of a system that simple system I wanted to build. And in order to build something like this, I was looking for something like, almost like NASA knowledge. If I can collaborate with somebody who comes from that NASA world, who has that scientific, frame of mind. So just so you know, if you guys are not familiar with the NASA system, NASA had to develop something for astronauts, because astronauts, you can't have everything being sent to them because they are in the space station for months and months without being given an opportunity to eat something different. So what NASA does is they customize food for every single astronaut based on that person's needs, so that that person can have a well-balanced, healthy meal. And I use the word balanced. So how do they balance it? They use a system which is what it comes from the Himalayan way of life. They balance it on a variety of parameters like vitamins, minerals, all the calories, the carbs, the proteins, everything. So it's not like you just balancing it out thing just for one parameter, because that's what most of the program, 99% program, what you see are doing only that because that's easy. But balancing it out for 26 different parameters is not easy. You need a NASA scientist to do that. And that's why I was lucky enough to have somebody from NASA who worked along with me and developed this whole system along with artificial intelligence, machine learning and everything. And in the by doing that, we have finally done this software. It's called Healthy Lifestyle Meals. So as this was done, I gave the access to some of our beta users. I was looking for some people who could test it out and see if everything what we are looking forward, or everything what my mom was looking forward, that anybody and everybody without even any knowledge of Himalayan wisdom should be in a position to balance their meals based on their health criteria. So it was extremely tough, but I'm happy to share we did it. And I take pride in that because of all the team members and everybody. We did it. And I'm going to show you now the whole software, and I'm going to show you how powerful that software is. And as we did it, I shared some of this information, and I say, I don't want to still launch commercially to anybody because I want some kind of a phased uh, rollout of this software so that we can keep handling from our service perspective the best for you, even though I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in order to develop this, but I'm not looking for money. I want to make sure that I do the right thing. I achieve the vision and the mission, the passion, what my mom had. I wanted to achieve that. So bear with me. I am going now online and I'm going to show you that software. So let me go there. Okay, all right. So if anybody who gets the access to this Healthy Lifestyle Meals membership area, this is how it looks like. This is a video showing the orientation of everything. And this is the point where you have to click on in order to gain access to the software. And as you come over here, since this is a demo account, when you access for the first time, you have to go to the settings and goals, and this is where you're capturing your vital information like your first name, last name, gender, birthday, your current weight, your desired weight. So you can use this software even to lose weight naturally. Imagine, it's not like a fad program where you lose quickly your weight and then gain that again. Is more like keeping everything healthy so that your body never gets any kind of shock, and everything happens in a very, very natural process. And you put in your height and activity level. So this is extremely important, that if you have you're lightly active, make sure you select that. If you have more of a desk job, make sure you select that, so that system knows what kind of lifestyle you have, and accordingly the system is going to generate your needs based on everything, the information you provide here. And when you're using the software for your partner or your loved ones, make sure you change everything before you use the software, because that's how software knows what to serve and what not to serve. And for females, of course, they have to capture here, like if they're pregnant, or like if they're pregnant, then which month and all that, or which trimester. And if they are mom, they should also share some of this information, so that system can give the correct kind of food choices for you. And based on all of this information, it's going to give you the all of this, what's your goal, so many calories you need per day. And since you don't want to lose the weight, so system is telling, yeah, you're good for with all of this. This is optional, and I don't want anybody to get kind of start thinking that, oh, I need to do the RMR, BMR, and percentage body fat. This is more for nutritionist and those folks, so you don't have to do anything over here. Just you can skip all of that. Once you put in this information, once everything is there, then what you can do is you can find the meal plans. So there is a tab over here. You can find the meal plans, what works for you. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of meal plans, just so you know. So if you're looking for everything related banana, there are so many recipes or so many meals you can find over here. So that's how it works. But what's interesting over here is that we have all of the, based on that your calorific need, the system is going to serve you all the various options. So you have access to 5,000 meal plans now. And meal plans is basically like what you should be taking for breakfast, what you should be taking for lunch, what you should be taking for dinner or snacks. And you can build these meal plans from scratch if you want, because if you have specific needs, you don't like this, you can start either from pre-configured ones and change everything afterwards, or you can start everything from scratch. So everything, whatever you're looking for, the system does have that kind of flexibility here. You could also select, say, okay, you know what, I'm vegetarian, or I can eat everything but I don't like red meat. You can simply select that, and system is going to reduce. So from 5,000, it has already taken out some meal plans, so that it gives you all the meal plans with no red meat. So that's how easy the system can be for you. And you could even say, you know what, I'm taking low calorie or low carb food, so I want to change everything from low carb, and the system is going to give you accordingly the new meal plans based on your need, so that it you can't think of anything beyond what we have over here. That much thought process has gone in order to develop this system, and that's why we took so many months. So it took almost like a year, more than a year, to develop a system like this. So let's say you love this, you just select on that, and you can say, this is what you have chosen. Now you can decide, you want this for this day, or you want also for this day. Let's say I want this for this day also, and I can add it over here. And as soon as I add it over here, this shows me the plan for this day. So that the specific day, what you're going to have for breakfast, what you're going to have for lunch, dinner, and snacks. And it's everything is broken down for you over here. This is your goal in terms of calories per day. This is what you're getting in terms of calories per day for this day. And the system is measuring everything in terms of, remember the report card system I talked about earlier. So it's measuring everything in terms of those 26 criteria, how this meal plan is good for you. If it's all, as you can see, green, don't worry about the blue. It's all okay, still good for you. So even though green is ideal, but this is fine. so based on this, is this system is telling me if I take this kind of meal, then I should be okay because I am taking balanced, healthy meal. As soon as I remove something from here, it might change some of this. So let's say if I delete this, and as you can see, total calories and vitamin B3, everything is changing here because as soon as I start deleting few things, so start making changes over here, it starts impacting over here, because it's the way system does is it's almost like artificial intelligence that based on different meals or the foods which you have chosen over here, the system is serving what's good for you. That's how system is providing you the right information. So let's say if you've done something like this and you want to buy these items, so you can quickly go to shopping list. Once you have done this whole planning for the month or week or whatever you want, then you can go to this shopping list, and it gives you, and like if you're already shopping this, you may have many of these items handy for you in your fridge, and you may not have to buy, but at least you know for this day I have everything here. It's almost like a checklist. If I have to buy anything for the week, or if I have to buy anything for the month, you know everything, so you can plan things well ahead of time rather than leaving it for the just for the last minute. That much power it does have. And people say, hey, you know what, I have some of those specific local foods which your system may not have. So how do I deal with that? And so it's easy. You just go to custom food and you can create a new custom food. You have the nutrition fact and you can capture it over here if it's a packed food and all that. And if it's not a packed food, I'm sure you can Google and you can find like whatever that food does have, it does contain. You can capture all of that and you can submit it over here. Then once you submit, it's available to everybody, not only for you, but for everybody. So it's almost like a community-based system where people are putting in the information and they are capturing all that information, which would be good for not only for yourself but also for everybody. And you can see here that how to add, and we'll be doing a separate video in terms of adding this nutrition fact. And because there are many people who love taking the frozen food or those kind of things, and then we have tried capturing as much as we can, but there's such a massive variety, so we can't capture everything. Okay, so you've seen the power here. You've seen how you can, and anytime you want to go back, you can go back to the home and it would bring it back everything here. And if you like some of those specific foods, you can say, hey, you can make anything favorite. These are my breakfast favorites. You can say, so that the system knows and it's there for you. And, you can incorporate your favorite ones over here. So that's how it can be customized to your needs. So let me go back to the presentation here now. And so you saw the power of everything. I was doing it in minutes, and not even minutes, in seconds. You were getting the results. It's so powerful, the whole system is now, that it's, I would say, open for the next round of people who we want to invite. And we want to basically make sure that those people come on board and test it out and run the system and use that. Basically, it's the investment you're going to make in your health. So here is the offer we came up with. Even though, just so you know, if I have to charge to everybody for the kind of software development costs I have spent over here, this whole system is going to be in the range of, I would say, $200 to $300 per month category. That's how, because a commercial, it's a kind of a system designed for nutritionist, where I can charge that kind of money. But my mom's vision was give this power to everybody. so that everybody becomes kind of a nutritionist in one way for their own health needs. Because if you go to a nutritionist, the problem is that you may have to pay 100 200 for every visit, and then it takes 6 to 7 to sometimes more number of visits before a person can customize everything is specific to your needs. And that too, they can give you only a typical week plan. If you want to change something, you may have to go back and pay them again. So it can be very, very expensive process, and that's the reason why only celebrities and performance athletes can afford to have a full-time nutritionist. Majority of the people can never think of having access to nutritionist on a regular basis. But this is my way of giving the power, or the same power, in fact more power, to you, so that you can now make things good, not only for yourself but for your partner, for your family members. Everybody can use this system and get benefited from this, because if you're feeding the right stuff to your body, the healthy and balanced meals to your body every day, guess what, your body is almost like a car. If you give the right type of fuel to your car, the right type of lubricants to your car's life goes on. It's extended, it runs better, it runs faster, it runs the right way. It's the same philosophical approach, you can say, you can utilize for your body here. So my team said, you know what, let's charge $39 per month. That would be the reasonable charges. But I said that would be too much, because I want to make sure that we do the rollout in a phased manner, and we give the benefit of early people who are joining here, something really phenomenal kind of pricing. So I came up with this idea of $9 per month. So anybody who joins today, or who's watching this webinar and joins this program or this membership or the software, you would be grandfathered, and you can keep using the software until you keep it, or if you want to cancel it, you can cancel. But if you want to join again after cancellation, then you would be joining at much higher prices, I can assure you that. So here, this is a ground floor opportunity for you. And not only we are going to give you this software at $9 per month, we're also going to give you the bonuses here for those who are ready for taking action. So the bonus number one is, this is Healthy Life Hive membership. This is all about superfoods. My mom, whatever she was all the time talking about, those variety of antioxidants, foods, superfoods, and all that. I've captured all of that information, and it's worth $99. We're going to give it for free to you. For any reason you cancel, you still keep the bonus. You remember I was talking about the healthy connections. And so my mom said that it's very, very tough for people nowadays to talk about this stuff. So create some kind of a group. And I'm not that marketing savvy or technical person. So I thought the best thing I can do is create a secret, or private I should say, Facebook group where people can go and connect with each other and share their stories and successes and the frustration and everything, so that people can learn from each other. So we created this Healthy Life Hive Facebook group, which is a private group. So you apply for there's just one button, you have to go and press it, and then we will approve, and you can then after that start interacting over there. The last one here is the Healthy Lifestyle webinars. We are going to do more and more webinars. More training is in the pipeline, where we want to give you everything, whatever we know, or new information. My team, or some of those scientific folks we have here as part of the team, we can work with them and pass on that knowledge to you. So there will be many webinars in future, and all that would be given to you for free. So that's what my commitment is. So we're giving not only that the $9 per month for software, we're giving you so much bonuses, which bonuses alone, if you look at, are worth $397, which are free for you. I'm going to make it much more interesting here for you, because my team said, can we make it, I think this is the best offer we can give. I said, no, I'm going to make it much better. I'm going to say there's no risk for you. So I'm taking away all the risk from your side, even though it's just $9. But I value even your $1. So I said, okay, what if I can give you the access for 30 days to the software as well as all the bonuses just for $1? Imagine, just for $1, you're getting the access to everything. For whatever reason, if you don't like it, before 30th day, you want to cancel it, cancel it. I don't need your money if you don't want to keep it. You can still keep as a gift from our side all those bonuses. That's yours for you to keep it. But if you love using the software, you understand the importance of the software, you understand that this is an investment in your health, investment not only for yourself but for your partners and also for your loved ones, your kids and everybody else. If you want to make that simple investment of $9 per month, which is people spend in a day on more than that amount for a cup of coffee or those kind of things. So I'm not doing this for the sake of money, as you guys can understand now. I'm doing it because it's a mission for me now. I am just the voice. Everything is coming from my mom. So I'm doing it for my mom. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Of course, I can't keep selling this whole thing for $9 per month, because it's extremely difficult for me to survive by just putting money all the time and not making it self-sustainable. So over the time, this price would go up. But if you're watching the Facebook Live or YouTube Live or any other place where you're watching this video, and also a recorded webinar, and if you see this price over there, jump on it, because this is your opportunity to be part of this ground floor pricing. As soon as we have enough number of people at this price as part of our grandfathered pricing model, then after that we will increase the prices. We'll go to the tier 2 after that. So here is the special offer for you. This is just for those who are watching this webinar. No matter where you're watching, if you're looking for the link is healthylifestylefomula.com/offer, and this link might be there on Facebook Live. I think it should be below the video, somewhere in the video description. If you're watching it on Facebook Live, it should be above the video. If you are watching the recorded webinar, it should be below the video. I'm sure you can figure it out, because there's so many different platforms. I don't know exactly where everybody provides the link, but this link would be there. If it's not there for any reason, you can directly go to a browser and type in there healthylifestylefomula.com/offer, because this is a golden opportunity for you to join now at the ground floor pricing of, I would say, it's almost like a peanuts, because you're just making a commitment for $1. If you're not willing to make a commitment for $1 for your health, I can only say I'm willing to, I'm here to help you, but I can't help you beyond that, this point, because I'm not even looking for money here. I'm looking forward for helping out as many people as I can. So when remember I talked about the beta users, I gave the access to a few people who have later on shared their testimonial through videos. And some of this, you can see here, this couple said, hey, we have a personal nutritionist now. We can make our meals healthy in minutes. It's extremely user-friendly. Everybody will benefit from this. We loved it. And they have been using this since that time regularly. It's almost like their daily or monthly routine, where they sit down as a family and check it out and do this balancing of their meals for each family member. Here is another couple. They say, oh, this is a great database because they had some specific meal requirements. They were not sure if our system would have those meals over there. They were surprised when they saw that, oh, all of their unique meal requirements were already captured as part of our database. And they're very happy, and so they want to recommend that to everybody. Here is Anna, who had some challenges in terms of her eating habits, and she joined. When I had a chat with her, I only told her to do one thing every day: go inside the system, plan every day rather than planning it for week or rather than planning it for month. Because by doing this, first of all, you are using the system. Number two, you are doing things every day. Then you basically consciously focusing your energy towards your health, and that really works. So after few weeks, she came back and she said, oh my God, this is so good. I love it. And and it does have all what you're looking for. And she said that I want everybody to try it. So she's saying, hey, I want you to try it. Here is another one. This is the, somebody who had access to few other meal planning software. So she used it and she said that this is amazing. This gives you the power of healthy meals, whereas in other cases, you can only plan meals. You can't make your meals healthy, but this is extremely powerful. And so that she loved it. And she said that I use it every day. So she says, try it and you have nothing to lose because, hey, go ahead, check it out at healthylifestyleformula.com/offer. And if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook Live, or you're watching a recorded webinar, there's a link somewhere. Just check it out. And if worst case scenario, if it's not there, go to a webinar or your browser, favorite browser, and type in over there healthylifestyleformula.com/offer. So remember, you have nothing to lose. You're getting access to everything just for $1 for 30 days. Okay, now moving on to the question and answers. So my team has been continuously capturing all the questions, and this is what I have got here. So let me grab it from there. So I'm going to pause for a second, and okay, so it's paused, and now I am back because I got the access to the questions, because what they have done is they have summarized the questions into some categories so that we can answer everybody in one go rather than individually to everybody, because that would be otherwise I would be here for forever, and I'm sure I honor your time, I respect your time, so I want to do the best in the less time so that I still answer your questions in the less time if possible. So here is the the team has captured as FAQ. Can I access the software if I don't live in the US? Yes, the answer is yes. No matter which country you live in, you can still access this software, because you need just a browser to access the software. You can still use on your mobile phone, but currently what we have is, in order to use the SMS system for the link, we use the some of these standard cell phone carriers. So we have the system ready for US, Canada, and a couple of other Western countries, but not for, it's a massive list of countries, so we can't really do it for everybody. So we has decided to do it only for a few countries. I always suggest everybody to use it on their laptop or desktop or whatever, or even table top, or or tablet, or whatever, iPad, or whatever you love. The bigger a screen is better, because that's how you can see things much better. When you start using it on cell phone, then you can't see everything, and then chances of making mistakes are very, very high. So I don't suggest everybody to jump on the cell phone. The next one is, in fact, I was already answering that question. Can I access the software on my laptop or iPad or a tablet? The answer is, of course, yes. The third one is, can I include my local foods if not listed in the software? The big answer is yes. And you saw the custom foods tab, which I was showing when I was doing the demo. You can capture any kind of food over there as long as you know the calories, the different ingredients over there. If you don't know, I'm sure you can find it through Google and capture it over there, so that then after that system knows whatever the name of the local food is and what are the ingredients for that food. So you just need to make sure you do that. In some cases, you may not have all the ingredients, that's fine. Whatever you know, at least the prominent ones, at least capture that so that the system is doing its job. The next one is, can I plan my meals as well as my family meals? Of course, we suggest everybody to not only take care of yourself, but take care of your whole family. But just so you know, during the beta stage, when we gave option to some people opted for buying it for each family member, because they said that this is almost like an investment for future. $9 per month is nothing, so they had like 4 family members. They bought it for 4 different ones because they understand this, that you have to customize the setting page in order to make sure the right kind of foods are being served to each family member, and they wanted to do it once and not do every time, because they wanted to see the history and all that. So that's the reason why some people are buying it like for different family members as a separate account. Choice is yours. If you buy just for yourself, you can still use the software for your entire family. And how you want to buy, go ahead. If you are sitting on the edge for any reason, go ahead, check it out, healthylifestyleformula.com/offer. The next question is, can I use this software to eat foods to lose weight? Yes, they are. The reason why, if you remember the settings page when I was showing the demo, it says your current weight and your desired weight. If you say my current weight is 200 pounds and I want, based on my height, based on the weight and everything, I'm overweight and I want to lose weight, so my desired weight is now 190 pounds, let's say, then system would start serving you food based on that information. As I had mentioned to you, it's based on artificial intelligence and all of machine learning and everything, and the system constantly keeps learning and keeps giving you what's needed based on all that customized individual information which you provide to the software. The next question is, can I use this software to exclude specific foods from my diet due to reasons such as allergy, don't like a food, etc.? Yes, because that's why we have the option over there where you can say, I don't like red meat. You can just include. It's not humanly possible to have everything over there, so we have done our best to even include the food. So if you say, I don't need this food, you just have, there's a plus and minus sign, just put it on the minus, click on the minus. That means your meal plans would not have that food. And at the end, even if there's a meal plan which you like, but you don't want that specific food to be part of that meal, you can delete that and replace it with something else. So you have all kind of options which you can use to make it your own. Well, I want to remind once again to those guys, those fellows who are still sitting on the edge, that here is an opportunity for you to get this whole offer for $1, and you have no commitment today. You're just getting it for $1 for 30 days. 30th day is the day when we are going to charge you $9. Until that time, it's just $1. You have full access. That's the cost of, less than the cost of a kind of even personal pizza. So I don't know what else I can do here to help you out. So how to access? Once you make the payment, you'll have a registration page. You'll also get the email from us. where there would be membership login link. But for any reason, if there's a problem, you can't get it, just there's on that website page, you'll see you can contact us, you can contact our support desk, and you can say, hey, I couldn't access, or I couldn't get the membership login link, or whatever the situation is. We are here to help, and we want to make sure that you get the access ASAP. So if you got the access, good for you, and go ahead, log into your membership area and watch the getting started video. And after that, you saw that view dashboard link. I clicked on it and then went to access the software. That's how you want to access the software. And remember, don't forget to customize the software for your needs. It's all about you. It's all about your health needs, not anybody else but yours only. With that, I want to say thank you very much. But once again, I want to remind you, if you haven't joined it yet, that go ahead, check it out, healthylifestyleformula.com/offer, and get the $1 offer now before it's too late. Because if you are still seeing this offer, that means you are in luck and you can still join for this $9 per month. But once we have enough people over there, then after that, the new prices would be shown after that. With that, thank you very much. See you inside. I'm looking forward to welcome you inside the software. Bye-bye.